Hello, everybody. You should your boy DK Bones here. Coming to an article about the domestic opening for Superman predictions. Um, like again, for me, I just take this stuff as a grain of salt. Um, do I hope that it has a big opening? Yes, I hope it is because I'm a big Superman fan, big DC fan. I hope all these superhero movies do well. Even Fantastic Four, but with all the reshoots that some of these movies do, it's kind of hard to say that they're going to do a great opening. Anyways, it's coming out of comicbookmovie.com. I get a lot of my stuff from. Anyways, they're saying that Superman predicted to open with 156 to 175 million during its opening domestic weekend. And I don't even think, I think that's, yeah, just domestic. I don't think Lilo and Stitch did that. I think a lot of my personal opinion, I think a lot's riding against Superman. We got a lot of people that are upset with the what happened with the Zack Snyder Snyderverse or whatever. So you got a lot of people are trying to go against this movie for some reason or other. If you're a superhero fan, if you're a Superman fan, it shouldn't matter who's taking the cape and taking over the reins. Yeah, stuff happen. I said in my other video, things happen in life where you might not like change, but change happens. And I'm not saying that things went perfect with the way the change went, but it is what it is. Um, I don't, I don't know. I don't. It's a big number. This is a big. They must know something that we don't know, but I don't. I don't. To me, it's hard for me to see it opening that. If it does, then I'll admit it here. Hey, but I won't see 154 to 175 million opening weekend. But who knows? There might be a lot of people that want to see this movie. They say analysts started the predictions for opening weekend on Superman, and it's a lot more than most would have expected for Superman. Man of Steel's rebirth. With a little over 5 weeks to go, Superman is really picking up its traction on social media. The current forecast for Superman is bigger than most probably expected, as the Man of Steel is looking towards a huge 154 to 175 million opening weekend and is currently expected to win the box office summer. That's crazy over Lilo and Stitch. We'll see. We'll see. It would be amazing if that does happen. Hey, uh, DC is back or is taking over from Marvel. James Gunn's Superman has a low end of 150 million, high prediction of 185 million, and a pinpoint of 175 million. This would not only be the biggest Superman opening of all time, but the biggest DC opening of all time. This is much higher than anything Zack Snyderverse ever produced. So if they do this, um, if it does open this Snyderverse, people, y'all just need to shut up. Y'all need to shut up. If it doesn't, then I don't know what's gonna happen with DC. If it does lower than any of this. Um, and then it gives more into the article. However, it's not. This may not be entirely accurate. The outcome could go either way. The Flash, which they're bringing up the Flash, and this fair point. Flash project opened with huge numbers, but dropped off immensely when the Scarlet Speedster finally hits cinemas. But without Ezra Miller attached to the project and Rico Snyderverse finally dead, this not being an issue for the last Son of Krypton. Yeah, because they had a lot going on. They knew that they weren't going to do any more. Uh, they weren't going to do any more Snyder stuff, and they were just trying to do the film and get it over with. But when they were trying to do this movie. I think it was like Aquaman and something else, but they were just trying to end the Snyderverse and bring in a new. So that had a lot doing with that, and then plus Ezra Miller with all his legal battles was a bad taste for a lot of people not to see it. They were hoping that Michael Keaton would bring a lot to the movie, but it didn't work. With other predictions from the box office theory, they predicted Thunderbolts to open at 70 million, and the New Avengers open at 274 million. Just 4 million. Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning was predicted to gross 75 million opening weekend and gross 79 million. Prediction was off 4 million as well, and Captain America: Brave New World also had similar projections of 96 million, but gross only 88 million. Also, with the projection of Superman's final box office gross, the numbers are incredible. And analysts predict that Superman can end up being the biggest box office gross of the summer. Superman domestic gross has a low end projection of 392 million and a high end projection of 510 million. And a pinpoint of 477 million. This would be a perfect start for the DCU. So somebody knows something. Somebody knows something that we don't know. I don't see this, but this would be awesome for DC. And then the announcement of DC got a lot coming out for Comic-Con, and that's the same weekend that the Thunderbolts. I mean, not the Thunderbolts. I don't know why that's on my mind. The same weekend that Fantastic Four comes out, so DC's going to be popping off something at Comic-Con to try to counteract with Fantastic Four. So we'll see, man. I mean, hopefully it is looking up for DC, and I hope the projections are right. But we'll see. We'll see either way. Anyways, if you guys like my video, hit the like button, subscribe, share, and I will hit you guys up with the next one.